Good evening, baseball fans, and welcome to Yankee Stadium here in the Bronx, home of the New York Yankees, sitting at 41-31, fell down to third place in the AL East as they are taking on the 30-42 Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays lineup is as follows. Center fielder Desmond Jennings leads things off, followed by first baseman James Loney, left fielder John Jaso, third baseman Evan Longoria, right fielder Kevin Kiermaier, DH Steven Souza Jr., shortstop is Jubal Cabrera, catcher Rene Rivera, and then rounding things out as the second baseman Nick Franklin. While on the mound for the Yankees is Nathan Eovaldi, the right-hander, 4-4 on the season, with a 2.82 ERA in 15 games started so far in the season. Desmond Jennings digs into the batter's box to lead off the ballgame for the Rays, hitting .262 on the season. First pitch from Eovaldi, here it comes. In there for a strike, 96 on the gun, and the ballgame is underway here in the Bronx. 0-2 count now as Eovaldi over the head, turns, kicks, fires. Whiffs through the slider is Desmond Jennings, and he goes down swinging for the first out of the ball game. Nathan Eovaldi's scouting repertoire: fastball, slider, curveball, two-seamer, and changeup. He is one of the hardest throwing starters on all of the MLB. Fastball maxes out at 98. Usually keeps it around 96 as James Loney digs into the batter's box. He is hitting .571 in his last 4 games, absolutely tearing the cover off the ball. First pitch of the at-bat is taken for an outside ball. 1-0 count now, as Eovaldi delivers the 1-0. As that's chopped down the right side, diving from Torreyes, but that'll get into right field for a base knock from James Loney, as he's on first base with 1 out, and that brings up the struggling John Jaso, hitting .172 in his last 8 games, as James Loney extends his hit streak to 10 games. And Loney takes off for second base. Frazier fields. That's 1, that's 2, that's a twin killing here in the top of the first inning to end it from Frazier to Torreyes to Parker. At the end of the top of the first inning, it's 0-0 here in the Bronx. Welcome back to Yankees baseball. The Yankees batting order is as follows. Leading things off is center fielder Jacoby Ellsbury, followed by left fielder Brett Gardner, third baseman Todd Frazier, catcher Brian McCann, DH Tom Ullman, first baseman Kyle Parker, second baseman Ronnie Torreyes, right fielder Jose Perella, and shortstop Ketel Marte. While on the mound for the Rays is the left-hander Drew Smyly, 6-3 on the season with a 3.27 ERA in 14 games started. And Jacoby Ellsbury, Major League Baseball's stolen base leader on the season, digs into the batter's box to lead off the bottom half of the first inning for the Yankees. Lefty on lefty action, first pitch in there for an inside strike, 90 fastball on the gun. 0-1 count, runs to 1-2 on Jacoby. As Smyly kicks and fires, and he cuts through the slider, Ellsbury goes down swinging. Each pitcher gets it started off with a strikeout on the slider to start off each inning. And as Brett Gardner digs into the batter's box, number 2 hitter. Lefty on lefty once again. First pitch from Smyly's grounded to second base, fielded by Franklin. Takes his time, tosses over to first. And that's now 2 down as Gardner is retired. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Tom's River kid, Todd Frazier. Here comes the first pitch from Smyly, and that misses the outside half. Slider can't nick it. 1-0 count, runs the 2-2 now. Pitch to the Tom's Riverborn is grounded right back and fielded by Smyly. Tosses over to first, and that's 3 down as Frazier is retired. At the end of 1 inning of play, we're still scoreless. Welcome back to more Yankees baseball here in the top half of the second inning, as Evan Longoria digs into the batter's box to lead off the inning for the Rays. Eovaldi turns, kicks, fires. First pitch misses the strike zone, two-seamer, 95 on the gun. 1-0 count now on Longoria, and here it comes from Eovaldi. And that's well hit opposite way. That's back to the track, into the short porch in right field. Perella gives a little jump at the wall, but he had no chance on that one as Evan Longoria connects with his 12th home run of the season, and he gives the Rays a 1-0 lead. Kevin Kiermaier digs into the batter's box. Now he is 5 for 41 in his last 10 games, really struggling at the plate, as the first pitch to him from Eovaldi is in there for a strike, floated in there with a changeup. And now here comes the 1-2 from Eovaldi. That's popped into shallow center field. Ellsbury gives chase. He is camped under it. And he puts that one away for 1 out in the top half of the second inning. And that'll bring up the DH in Steven Souza Jr., hitting .174 on the season. Struggling mightily so far. First pitch to him is fouled off. And it's a 1-1 count now. Over the head, turns, kicks, fires from Eovaldi. As that's popped up opposite way into right field. Perella's under it, and he puts it away for 2 down in the top half of the second. And now that'll bring up the shortstop in Asdrubal Cabrera, hitting .240, 7 home runs, and 22 RBI on the season. As Eovaldi turns, kicks, fires. First pitch to Cabrera misses the strike zone. So the 1-0 count on Cabrera, runs the 1-2 as Eovaldi deals. That's a ground ball. That'll get into right field past the diving glove of Parker at first. And Asdrubal Cabrera keeps the inning alive for the Rays with 2 outs with a single. And now Rene Rivera, hitting .201 on the season, digs into the box. A right-hander on right-hander. Eovaldi sets, fires. First pitch misses the strike zone, taken for a ball. Count runs the 1-2 now. Eovaldi sets, fires. That's a ground ball to shortstop, fielded by Marte. Takes his time, fires the first, and that's retired for the 3rd out of the inning. So at the end of the top of the second, the Rays have a 1-0 lead over the Yankees thanks to a solo shot from Evan Longoria. Welcome back to more Yankees baseball here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. It's 2-0 Tampa now as they struck for 1 more in the top half of the 3rd. And Jose Perella will be leading off this bottom half of the 6th. Down 2-0 for the Yankees. Smiley's first pitch in there for a strike, 90-mile-per-hour fastball. And now here comes the 0-1 delivery from Smiley. And that's taken into center field with a base knock for Jose Perella. Gets the inning started off the right way. As the throw comes into second base, and Jose Perella has himself a leadoff single. That brings up the 9-hitter in Ketel Marte. Switch hitter hitting from the right-handed side of the plate. And he lays down a bunt down the third base line, fielded by Longoria. Toss across the diamond, that'll retire Marte, but Perella moves up to second base on the play. That's a sacrifice 5-3, as Jacoby Ellsbury digs in now with a runner on second in Perella with 1 out. First pitch from Smiley misses the strike zone, 91 on the gun. 1-0 count on Ellsbury, runs the 2-1. Lefty on lefty, the pitch from Smiley. He is going to be taken into right field. That lands in front of Kiermaier as Perella holds up at third base. And the throw comes in Rivera, and we have runners on the corners with 1 out. And Brett Gardner steps into the batter's box now with runners on the corners with 1 out. Lefty on lefty once again. The pitch from Smiley. Right in the middle for a first pitch strike. 0-1 count now. Smiley sets, looks down each runner. Here comes the 0-1. That's taken opposite way. Popped into left field, but it's put away by Jaso. But Perella tags up at third, scores on the play. It's a 2-1 ball game. Rays still in the lead, but the Yankees trim it to half. And now with 2 outs, that brings up Todd Frazier, the pride of Toms River, New Jersey, as there goes Ellsbury. Takes off for second base. He's in there, extending his major league lead in stolen bases. Puts himself in scoring position for the Toms River Kid. But he can't pull the trigger on 3-2, and he goes down on strikes as Drew Smiley strikes him out at the end of 6 innings. It is 2-1 Rays over the Yankees here in the Bronx. Welcome back to more Yankees baseball here in the top half of the 9th inning. It's 3-1 Rays now as the Rays struck for 1 more in the top half of the 7th. And Evan Longoria will be facing David Carpenter, the right-handed reliever, here in the top half of the 9th. First pitch from him, misses the strike zone, fastball. It's a 3-1 count now on Longoria. Carpenter sets, delivers the pitch. As that's taken opposite way, that's heading towards the short porch, and there it is. That's number 2 on the day for Evan Longoria. He had his 12th earlier in the ballgame, and now his 13th on the season. And he gives the Rays a 4-1 lead over the Yankees with that solo shot. Oppo into the short field porch off of David Carpenter. So now 2 outs in the inning, as this Jubal Cabrera is in the batter's box. Left-handed hitter facing the right-handed Carpenter. As he sets, kicks, and delivers. In there for a strike, 96 on the gun. So count runs to 1-1 now on Cabrera. Carpenter sets at the chest, kicks, and fires. That's going to be popped into the third base foul territory. Frazier is at the tarp, right at the stands, and he puts that one away for the third and final out of the top half of the 9th inning. But not before Longo adds to the Rays' lead to make it 4-1 with his second home run of the day. As we head to the bottom half of the 9th, it's 4-1 Rays. Welcome back to more Yankees baseball here in the bottom half of the 9th inning as Jake McGee, left-handed closer, comes in. He is 20 for 22 in saves, 2 appearances on the season. It's 4-1 Rays in the bottom half of the 9th as Todd Frazier, 0 for 3 in the day, will lead off this bottom of the 9th. Yankees needing 3 runs to tie this ball game and send it to extra innings. As the first pitch to Frazier is in there for a strike, cutter. Count runs full on Frazier. McGee sets at the chest. Here comes the pitch. And Frazier cannot pull the trigger. He goes down looking. Let's take a look at McGee's saves around the American League. He's towards the bottom half of the top list with 20 saves. Leader in the Tally Feliz with 28 of the Rangers. And that brings up the left-handed Brian McCann facing left-handed McGee. And that's taken into center field. The shift was on, so that'll roll to the warning track. McCann's rounding first. He's heading into second base as the throw gets into the cutoff man. Brian McCann has himself a 1-out double here in the bottom half of the 9th, getting things rallied here. And they will bring Didi Gregorius the pinch run for McCann. And Tom Ullman, 0 for 3 on the day with a flyout back in the 7th in his last plate appearance. Digs in with 1 out. Runner on second and the pinch runner of Didi Gregorius. Right-handed Ullman. First pitch to him is fouled off. 0-2 count now on him now. The pitch from McGee is taken for strike 3. He can't pull the trigger just like Frazier, and he goes down swinging. So 2 down now in the bottom half of the 9th, and they are down to their last out. And the last man standing is Kyle Parker. The first pitch to him misses the strike zone, taken for a ball. Didi Gregorius on second base with 2 outs, the 2-2 count. McGee sets. Here comes the pitch. That's grounded off the leg of McGee. Ricochets at the third base, fielded by Longo. Fire across the diamond, and that's the third and final out of the ball game. As that will do it here as the ball game is over, and the Yankees lose this one to their AL East foe, the Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays improve to 31-42 as the Yankees drop to 41-32, as they have fell out of their first place lead in the AL East, and they are now in third and falling quickly, as the top 3 teams in this division are all within a few games of each other, and they are not helping their case here with a loss against a division foe. Evan Longoria, deservedly so, picks up player of the game. He got 2 home runs on the day, his 12th and his 13th on the season, as Jubal Cabrera went 2 for 4 as well for the Rays. Jacoby Ellsbury went 2 for 4 with a double, Pirela went 2 for 3, and Kyle Parker went 2 for 4. Even Brian McCann had himself a double, but Nathan Eovaldi, his record drops to 4-5 on the season as he gets the loss. The win goes to Drew Smiley, he's 7-3, and Jake McGee picks up his 21st save of this season in the 4-1 Rays victory over the Yankees. As that'll wrap things up here for this edition of Yankees Baseball, I've been your host, JerseyBorn, and I'm saying goodbye.
Jimmy's in the back with a pocket of heart. If you listen close, you can hear him cry. Oh Lord, heaven knows we belong way down below. Sing it. Oh!